All right, guys. Thank you so much for clicking in and sticking in right here with Lip Smack in the podcast. I'm your co-host, Don Channell, and I'm really excited to have this interview on this show today because I feel like this knowledge is going to really benefit so many listeners. So I hope that you guys can get something special from it. Today we have a special guest. She is a mother of three beautiful sons. Her name is Nicole, and she is the owner of Empress Organics. Empress Organics focuses on sexual health and they have organic feminine products. So, Nicole, thank you so much for agreeing to be on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Can you I don't know if I did you a huge justice on the intro right now. So, can you tell our listeners a little bit about who you are?
Yes, Empress Organics is a brand, and we focus on holistic sexual health for men and women. But right now, our primary focus is on women. We have a line of organic feminine products, such as our organic feminine wash that has plant-based ingredients, and it helps with keeping women's pH balance and also preventing things such as yeast infections, bacterial infections, odor, things that women have problems with. You also have a spray also that helps with perspiration and odor as well. And we sell things that help detox the womb, such as Yoni steam, Yoni detox pearls, things that reset your pH balance and keep you healthy overall.
So, what are some things that happen in life that affect a person's natural pH balance? Like, what are things that can throw that off?
Oh my God, there are so many things that can throw off your pH balance. And a lot of women don't realize something as simple as not showering after sex, semen. Semen really throws off your pH balance. It can cause yeast infections. I was actually debating with someone about this a few weeks ago, and this particular woman was saying that she don't use soap to wash her labia and her vulva.
Mm-hmm.
So I was confused. So on this particular debate, it was a post and it was a lot of women interacting on it. So the women were there saying it was probably over 50% of women said that they didn't use soap or any type of feminine products to cleanse themselves. So I was confused, like, what do you mean? You're supposed to use something to stay clean. So a lot of women don't realize when we're talking about cleaning, you have your vagina and you have your vulva. Yeah, you're not supposed to put soap in your vagina, but you're supposed to use an organic feminine product to cleanse the vulva.
Mm.
So some women even went as far to say that, oh, even after sex, I'll just wash off with water. And I was like, well, you must have an odor because imagine you just cleansing your vulva with water. Like,
yeah, I'm not trying to smell your sticky icky. Yuck.
Create an odor even after your menstrual cycle. So I'm thinking, how is this possible? The woman went on to go back and forth with me saying, oh, I don't have an odor. My man never told me that. He probably won't tell you because it'll probably hurt your feelings.
Or nose blindness.
I'm pretty sure you have an odor. So my point of saying that was to let these women know and educate them that, yeah, you don't have to use, and they probably don't use soap because a lot of the products out there are harsh.
Okay.
A lot of these brands have harmful chemicals and toxins in it that's not good for your pH balance. And that throws off the pH balance. That causes yeast infections. That causes all kind of problems. So one of the main things is what you're using down there. There are some products that have so many chemicals and fragrance in it that will throw off your pH balance. And our pH is sensitive to these things. So you need to use a product that's organic, fragrance-free, and don't have all these toxins and chemicals in it. Things like, for me, I can't wear lace panties. Mm-hmm. Lace panties gives me a yeast infection. Like, I can't wear lace panties. You're supposed to wear cotton, loose-fitted panties to keep your pH balance and to keep you from getting a yeast infection and things of that nature. A lot of women work out, for instance, and go to the gym. When you go to the gym, you sweat, you perspire down there. So your panties is going to be wet. Some people go throughout their entire day or half their day running errands and doing a lot of stuff, and you still have on these wet panties, and it's the moisture from your panties that's going to create the yeast infection and the bad bacteria in the vagina, and that's what's going to cause problems down there. It's going to give you a BV. You're going to end up with your yeast infection. You're going to end up with vaginal irritation because you're going all day throughout the day with these wet clothes on.
What's your take on thongs versus seamless panties? Because nowadays you can just wear seamless panties and get the same effect in your clothing. Then because I don't like thongs at all.
I think the stringy part of the thong, because there's different kind of thongs. You have the part that's just like a string, and then you have the part that's kind of like a panty, but it's a thong.
Right.
Long as it's just cotton that's sitting on the vagina and protecting the vagina, I feel like you're okay. But that part that's just the string, I'm assuming that would cause irritation. And some of them are like blue, red, colorful. So this stuff has bleach and dyes and different kind of chemicals in it that no matter how many times you wash it, it's still going to be there.
Yes.
So I would think something like that would throw off your pH.
What about food? What would you recommend would be a healthy way to eat that would also make your Yoni happy?
Okay, sugar is something that you will want to not have so much of in your diet because it causes bad yeast. I would take things like probiotics. Probiotics keeps good bacteria in the stomach and in the gut. They also have vaginal probiotics, which I take every single day. That also help with keeping the pH balance. Your fruits, your vegetables, your super greens. You got to know that you're going to smell like what you eat. So if you eat a lot of fruits, such as like pineapples, just fruit, good vegetables, you're going to smell and taste like that. One thing I don't like to eat is asparagus because it has like a real funky smell. And a friend of mine was telling me that she smelt it out of her urine. So I was telling her that what you eat, you will smell like. It will come out of your body. It will come through your pores. Your man too. You might taste it in his semen if that's what you do. But if he has a nasty, nasty taste, you got to look at his diet because that's what's coming out in the fluids in his body. So what you eat makes a big difference in how you smell and taste.
Like, boy, you've been eating somebody else's macaroni and cheese. This don't taste like my food, okay? Oh wow! So does Empress Organics have any vaginal probiotics on its list of products or no?
We do sell probiotics. It's not our brand, but we do sell it. But we will definitely have that on our list of things in the future. Stress definitely plays a role in your overall health as well as your pH. You want to remain stress-free. Do some yoga, meditate, do things that's going to keep your mind clear and keep you healthy.
Tell us more about, because, it's been, I don't know if this might be not the best term, but it seems to be a bit trendy. Like, I think her name is Christy Teigen, the wife of, you know who I'm saying? No, the wife of old boy over there. She's, she took a picture on social media of her sitting on a vaginal steaming pot. What is that about?
Vaginal steaming has a lot of benefits when it comes to the yoni and yoni health. It's one of those things that will help reset your pH balance and just reset all the things that's off balance that's going on in the womb. It helps with things like bloating. If you're having like pain during your cycles, it helps reduce pains. It helps detox like the old blood flow you have in there. A lot of people notice that they purge like some darkness or some old blood. It may flow out after the cycle. It helps regulate your cycle. It also strengthens and tightens the vaginal walls. It helps with infertility. Some people have said it also help reduce their fibroids and helps with postpartum healing. There's so many benefits. So women will opt in over, they will go and get vaginal surgery before they try to do one Kegel. A lot of women don't know and realize that doing Kegels are so important. It keeps the vagina tight. It helps with your pelvic floor. It helps with a lot of things, and it's just as important as exercising every day.
I'm doing Kegels right now.
You know what's a Kegel, right? A lot of women don't know. And you can exercise it on the toilet. You know, while you're peeing, you squeeze. Like when you stop, you hold your urine, and then you squeeze and let go. Squeeze and let go. That's a Kegel. And we need to practice this daily. They also have Yoni eggs out there, which is a gemstone egg that you put in the vagina and you do your Kegels with. We sell those on our website as well.
And if you want to keep your man, you want to Kegel around that, you know what? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And he's going to feel it. Yes, he will. Okay. So look at me bragging about my strong vagina. Got a grip. Okay. Oh, this is so good. So I'm really glad that we're having this conversation, and it's fun to be able to be open and have these types of conversations, because, like, you know, it's a whole new world and there's a whole lot out there. And I guess we take for granted that the vagina is a part of our body. It's a huge part of our body. It's what gives life to this earth. So of course, eating certain things or dealing with certain stresses is going to affect us in one of our most important areas of our body, which is our canal, where we give birth and all the other fun stuff that we do with it.
Right.
So this is a really good conversation. Growing up, for me, the scariest thing was more so the fear of toxic shock syndrome. But speaking to you right now, more so enlightened to understand that it's because of what they put in the product.
Right. The chemicals, the toxins.
Okay.
And all you have to do is read the ingredients. Your ingredients is so important. Actually, apps out there where you can scan labels and it tells you the harmful things that's in any product. Your food, your health products. There's websites out there that actually grade these products and the ingredients to let you know if it has an A or if it has an F. Is it harmful or is it something good that you can use? There's websites and things out there to help you with these things.
Nice. Well, what I like for you to do as we wrap everything up is two things. I want you to bless our listeners with like a vegan type snack that you like to have, like one of your go-to vegan snacks. And then I also want you to tell us, like, give us a few other items of the line that you guys have at Empress Organics, because it sounds like a goodie bag in a sense, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it truly is a goodie bag. So tell us about what, your go-to, and then tell us about what's in your goodie bag at Empress Organics.
Okay, so my go-to snacks are, I love fruit. I eat fruit 24/7. So I try to not eat like after a certain time, because it takes food so long to digest in your system. So for you to have a good night's sleep, you don't really want to eat a heavy meal 2 to 3 hours before you go to sleep. So I eat things like honeydew melon. I love grapes, cherries, strawberries, and I'll make me like a little fruit bowl. And that's my snack. If I'm really hungry, I'll do a bowl of cereal, something healthy, something that doesn't have a lot of sugar.
What do you use as a milk substitute?
I use almond milk, and sometimes I'll make my own milk out of almonds.
And you choose almond milk over soy because?
Because soy, I have read that isn't good for you to use long term. Like most of the soybeans that's produced, 90% are GMO. So I kind of stay away from soy, and it's really bad for men's reproductive health. And I have all men in my house. So I try to stay away from soy. And plus, I don't like the taste of soy milk versus the almond milk either.
Nice. Okay, good. Well, look, I wrote that down. I was like, I'm gonna get me some grapes, some cherries, I'm gonna get me some strawberries.
There's
Oh,
so many things you can
almond
go in the
milk.
supermarket and see.
Mm-hmm. Good. Now tell us what the goodies are over there at Empress Organics.
So we have the Yoni eggs. Like I said, those are gemstone eggs that you use to do Kegels with, to keep the vagina tight, to keep the vagina healthy. We
Do they
have
have a string on them?
we have drilled and undrilled. The undrilled does not have a hole where you put a string through, but the drill, it does have a hole that you put the string through. And that just helps you push the egg in and out of the vagina. The ones that's undrilled, you have to work those muscles. So
Oh
you
yeah.
have to be able to push it out when it's time for you to take it out.
Oh yeah, I want the one with the drill hole.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, I like that one. I like
Pros
that.
probably can use that. We also sell our organic feminine wash, and
Mm-hmm.
they're both plant-based with organic ingredients. We have our regular everyday wash, and we just added our extra strength wash to our line, and
Mm-hmm.
that has colloidal silver and apple cider vinegar in our special formula as well. And that's for the women that battle with yeast infections, bacterial infections, that have these different kind of problems every month. That's good to use when you're on your cycle, during your cycle, before and after your cycle, before and after sex, just to help keep your pH balanced.
Is it
We
around the vulva or in like inside the labia?
So when you're cleansing, like I said, a lot of women get your vulva and your vagina mixed up. A lot of women just call vagina the whole thing. The
Right.
vagina is the whole. So you're not supposed to put soap or anything inside the hole. So when women say, I only use water, yes, you only use water to cleanse inside of your vagina. You need an organic soap to cleanse the vulva, your labia, which is your lips. All of that part, you should be cleansing that with an organic soap
Mm-hmm.
or some sort of organic feminine wash. And we sell those on our website, www.empressorganics.net. You
Mm-hmm.
guys can feel free to go check it out. Also, I'm going to give the listeners 10% coupon. You can use Welcome
Oh,
10 at
nice.
checkout to take 10% off of any product you like.
Say
And
the
if you have any
coupon code again.
questions,
Say
it's
the code
Welcome
again.
10.
Okay.
And that'll give you 10% off of your order. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to email me. I'm here to talk about vaginal health. I'm here to educate. I'm here to help the young girls, your daughters, anything you need help with, I'm here for you.
Awesome. I want to add one little side note. She is a mother of three beautiful boys, and one thing that we talked about during the pre-interview, that you also look out for men as well. So we do have some male listeners. Can you tell them a little bit about, because men can go to your site too, right?
Oh yeah, but they can also go to, because I do a lot of blog posts as well on my website for men. So
Mm-hmm.
I have herbs that helps with the libido in men and women,
Mm-hmm.
such as ashwagandha, ginseng. I make recommendations that help men keep their penis hard, get a
Mm.
firm erection. Some men have erectile dysfunction. They have problems they're suffering with as well as women. So I have different kind of herbs that they're not on our website that we sell, but we have a sister site that we sell them on, and it
Mm-hmm.
helps with libido. It helps with fertility in men and women. We have herbs that help with menopause for women that's going through their menopausal phase. We have a
Oh.
lot of things that help.
Oh, that's good. We have to probably do a whole second show on menopause,
Oh
because
yeah.
that's another thing they don't tell us about. Like when you're young, you might see your mom, your auntie, your grandma,
Mm-hmm.
I'm having my own private summer, and it's the scariest thing because you're like,
And
I
it's
don't
crazy
know.
because your hormones, and I didn't like realize this as well. I talk to a lot of women with menopause, and I help a lot of women with menopause and infertility, and the herbs are kind of similar, like for both.
Mm-hmm.
And I realized I actually felt it. I'm not going through menopause, but I felt it because I just had a baby. He's 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a baby and you start nursing, your estrogen in your body drops drastically. It's almost like non-existent. And
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the phases women go through in menopause is they have a decrease in estrogen, and it causes a lot of problems like mood swings. It can cause vaginal dryness. It can cause a lack of libidos. That's why a lot of menopausal women, they don't want to have sex. It causes a lot of problems when your estrogen decreases, and there's herbs in place that helps with that. So it's just a matter of like educating yourself and doing research on finding natural remedies rather than going to the doctor or getting a prescription for drugs.
Right.
You're on these pharmaceutical medications when there's natural herbs that's going to do the same thing.
Wow.
And give you the benefits.
Yes, because food is our natural medicine. We don't want medicine to become our food.
Food and herbs. You can replace everything. Everything is irreversible. All these diseases, this diabetes, cancer, all of these things are reversible with a plant-based diet and healthy herbs in your diet. I know you heard the story about the man that had stage 4 cancer, and they gave him like months to live, like no time to live. He was going to die. This man changed to a vegan diet and reversed everything with just juicing and a healthy plant-based diet. And he beat his cancer.
Your website is www.empressorganics.net.
Yes. And you can go read about all of our details, read about our blog posts. There's so many different interesting things to learn. If there's a subject you're interested in, you can always email me or text our business number. We'll do a blog post about that just to help people stay up to date and, to keep them educated on everything.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for blessing our listeners, for blessing me. This was really good information. You made the conversation very comfortable and fun to listen to. So thank you for everything that you shared.
You're welcome.
Thank you for everything that you shared today.
It was a pleasure of being here with you guys, and I hope you learned something.
Big time. I'm so glad. This is very evergreen information. So, people who come to the site today, tomorrow, next week, next year, this information is always going to be important for listeners. So I'm excited. And for young girls too. You know what I mean? Get the conversation going again. So thank you so much, Nicole, for being a part of our show today from Empress Organics.
And thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys having me today.
Oh, we appreciate you very much. We're going to get into some music, guys. We're going to get into some music, guys. And me and Akiana are going to be back to talk some smack. Hang on. Hang tight.